morning sickness is all day sickness. If you didn't know, it's not just in the morning, it's in the afternoon, the night, the middle of the night, and repeats over and over and over and over.
Hey, you got it, girl, you got it. Yeah, pretty little thing.
Welcome back to another video. Today I will be, whoa, the boob is about to be out. Today I will be going over my first and second trimester recap. I am currently in my third trimester and I cannot believe it. Like, time has flew. I have been looking at the schedule and it's like I have like 9 weeks left. I don't even know how far along I am anymore. Like, time just flies so fast, but I do know I'm in the third trimester. I just want to share with you all my experiences from my first and second trimester. If you're ready to learn what I went through from my first and second trimester, keep on watching this video. So, first trimester. Sis. It was terrible. Like, okay. The first trimester was literally the worst. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It was terrible. Like, from week 5 to literally 14, literally, like, exactly week 5 was 5 weeks and no, exactly 5 weeks, and then 14 weeks in one day is the period that everything went on with morning sickness. Like, I threw up every day from week 5 to 14, nonstop, no day skipped, no breaks, like literally every day. And morning sickness is all day sickness. If you didn't know, it's not just in the morning, it's in the afternoon, the night, the middle of the night, and repeats over and over and over and over and over. It drove me insane. Like, I could not keep anything down. I had no appetite. That was actually starting to concern some doctors and myself. I didn't want to eat. Like, nothing was amusing to me. Nothing, like, foods that I loved, like seafood and sushi, I did not even want to think of. It was like the thought, like, I can literally gag at the thought of any of those foods. Just thinking back, it's like, I cannot believe I even made it. Like, I'm here today, and I can't believe it. Secondly, the first trimester, there's a lot of cramping because, like, your stomach is like physically growing and you're becoming, like, your body is going through so many changes. Your stomach is growing, your back is starting to hurt, your ribs are caving in. Like, my ribs, like, the rib pain was out of this world for the first trimester. Like, literally, I can feel my ribs like caving in and my back like denting in and my stomach going. It was, oh my god, it was a disaster. I didn't have the energy to do anything. I was tired all the time. It was just literally like the worst wave of everything, like every emotion. I was crying all the time. Like, would finally want to eat and then I'll throw it up and then I start crying because it's like, I just want to eat. Like, that's all I want. I just want to eat. Or like, I'm laying down trying to get comfortable to watch my favorite Netflix movie or something, and it's like my ribs are hurting, or I can literally feel my stomach stretching, and it's like, I just want to chill. Why is this happening to me? Like, my back, like, literally, oh my god, like, my back was killing me. My feet like hurt just from standing, and it was like, you would think in the beginning is like the best because you're not that big yet, you're not really getting into like the stress of everything. But no, the first trimester is hands down the worst like trimester ever. It's also the scariest because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Like, you are new at this, especially if you're a first time mom, and it's just like, hold up, I'm pregnant. I'm about to be a mother. I have to take care of somebody. Then you start thinking about all your future plans, and just so much is going on. Like, literally so much is going on top of, oh, now I have to try to keep my secret because I don't want people to know, or like doctor's appointments, and you're like terrified at doctor's appointments. Like, my first ultrasound, I was so scared, just terrified, because I'm like, what if there's no heartbeat? What if my baby isn't like doing well? What if they tell me some type of bad news? And then you have to get all this blood drawn and like all these different tests, and it's like what are these tests gonna say? Am I okay? Like, is my baby okay? Oh my God, that just made me think. Prenatal pills are like the devil. Literally, they're so disgusting, and they're like this big. They're big, they're nasty, and it's like something you have to take for like your baby. These are the prescribed ones, and just look how big and disgusting they are. So one of these is equivalent to two of these. These ones, my doctor recommended because I literally just, I could not swallow those pills. So she recommended these Vita Fusion prenatal essential gummies. You can like see them at the bottom. And two of these are basically equivalent to one of those. So you just chew two gummies a day. Those are also disgusting. Like, there's just no way out of it, but it's like something you have to do, something you have to take for like your baby. If you don't take your prenatal vitamins, because I know, I'm not gonna lie, like there has been a long period of time actually that I just didn't take them because I literally can't. Like, medicine is not for me. I don't like it. It's literally disgusting. The prenatal pills are to give your baby the nutrients that it needs. If you don't take the prenatal pills, the baby is just going to take your nutrients. So now the baby's taking the nutrients from your body. So now what nutrients do you have? That's basically what the prenatal pills are for. So it's basically kind of replacing all the nutrients that the baby is taking from you. So whether you take them or not, the baby is still going to get what they need. The mom is going to be affected because she no longer has the nutrients that she needs to function, and it's like a whole nother big thing. So that's why they just recommend like just take the prenatal pills. But if you really seriously cannot take them, like me, like how I was, just try to drink a lot of water and try to just eat a lot of fruits and like do other things to like build up those nutrients that the pills will give you. So back to like the morning sickness, things that I use. I'm so out of breath. I'm sorry. That's another thing about pregnancy. So for the morning sickness, to help cure my morning sickness, I know people were saying like to take like these lollipops and like eat certain candies and all types of stuff. None of that worked for me. But what did work for me was basically eating on cue. First thing in the morning, open my eyes, go to the bathroom, eat. Like, I was eating after. Like, basically, before I even got dressed to even start my day, I had to eat. There was no way I could, before I could wake up, go to the bathroom, wash my face, get dressed, go to school, work, whatever, just kind of skip breakfast if I didn't have time. But while pregnant, I could not skip breakfast, and I couldn't even wait to have it. I had to have it after my bathroom routine or whatever. I had to straight eat. Like, there was no waiting, and that seriously cured my, like, I still had the morning sickness of me feeling nauseous, but the actual like throwing up, that cured it completely for me. I stopped throwing up after that. Like, after I kept like doing that over and over again and started like getting like the pattern down pat, I stopped throwing up, and I was kind of starting to feel a little better. But I didn't even think of this theory until around week 10. So it was like from 5 to 10 weeks, I still had 5 weeks of just like throwing up and morning sickness, nausea, like so much stuff for 5 weeks. And then finally, when I started to notice like I need to eat like as soon as I wake up, was like week 10 to 11. So it was towards the end of all of this happening. But I'm still glad I figured it out some way, somehow, because it ended up really helping me. I started showing pretty early. I'll say like week 10. I know a lot of stuff from week like 5 to 10 was like bloat, because you know, like you're just like super bloated and it's not really like the baby. But like week 10, I feel like I really started getting like a little bump, because I noticed that my pants weren't fitting how they used to. Like, it was kind of hard to button up certain jeans. Certain jeans were like, I was like physically trying to pull them up. shirts that were like super loose were like starting to fit a little tight. It was like I start seeing like changes around like week 10, but I still kind of thought like, oh, it was like low and blah 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 blah. Then week 12, which was on New Year's Eve day, I turned 12 weeks. I was definitely like, I had a stomach for sure, because that's when I revealed it to like all of my family in person. So then they all seen like my stomach was like, wow, like you're big, like how far along are you, like you are some months. So like I actually had like a stomach for sure at 12 weeks, like for sure. End of the first trimester is week 14, and week 14 was kind of interesting. I actually started first feeling flutters. So week 14, I didn't know what it was at first like I do now, but the week 14 I'm like, I feel like movements in my stomach, and everybody's like, girl, you're too early, like you're only 14 weeks, like you don't start to feel like the baby move it's like week 20. And I'm like, no, like I feel something like inside of my stomach, like it's different. And then some people were like, oh, it's probably gas. Then I was like, okay, yeah, maybe it is gas. But then I kind of started to learn how to distinguish the two. So basically, like if I felt that feeling and no gas came out, I knew it was the baby. And if I felt that feeling and gas did come out, I knew it was gas. So that's like kind of how I kind of knew like, okay, no, this is my baby, like with like little it was like little taps, like, but I felt that something was there for sure. So that's really all for the first trimester. What did I get everything? Morning. I'm showing, I think that might be everything, the first trimester. If I did forget something or you have any questions about it, you can just comment them down below and I will answer them. Or you can DM me on Instagram and I'll answer them. Second trimester was literally love. Like compared to the first, it was everything. Like there was no more morning sickness, there was no more throwing up, there was no more headaches. I felt like me again. Second trimester was like literally the best. There was no morning sickness. And like all your ultrasounds, you actually start to see like your actual baby, and you can see your baby move. So it's not just like a little being. Let me actually get my ultrasounds. Give me 1 second. For the first trimester, here are my ultrasounds. It was like you barely can see him, but you can still see him and his legs. And he was like so small and tiny, and he was so active. So I was able to get so many pictures. But again, it's still like a small little baby. You can obviously tell it's a baby. Like if you turn this way, you can see like the head, the body, the legs. You can tell that it's a baby. But the second trimester is where you really see like the baby, and it's like, oh my god, this is happening. I really have a baby inside. Like here are some 3D pics. You can see like his hand, his actual hands, like waving at us on the screen. And just like some 3D pics. And you have this pic down here, and as you can see, he has grew compared to the other one. He has grew a lot. You get to actually see your baby on like the ultrasound. So you have all your energy. You have all of your energy. You feel good again. You want to go out. You want to get dressed. You want to get cute. Like you have the energy to move. You have the energy to like finally plan certain things, like your gender reveal or your baby shower, like your future. And then you get excited because it's like you start and get a bump as well in the second trimester, and you also start feeling a kick. So it's just like so many great things in the second trimester that makes it worth going through everything that you went through in the first one. The only thing, like only problem I kind of have in the second trimester was my ribs continue to still hurt regardless of what trimester I'm in. Even right now as I'm speaking, my ribs hurt. Rib pain has been like, since day one, has been an issue for me. And I don't know if it's because like I was like smaller and slim, and it's like now I have this grown belly, and it's like my body cannot take it. Like I'm just not really sure why, but I've been having rib pain. Like I've been having it since the beginning. Honestly, I have been pretty lucky throughout my pregnancy, because a lot of people have been telling me like, oh, you're gonna lose sleep and your baby's gonna be kicking you all night. and just saying all types of things, and none of that has happened. Like, I still sleep through the night regularly, my whole 8, 9, 10 hours a night. I sleep through the whole entire thing. My baby sleeps right with me throughout the day. He does kick a lot, like, because he's up all day like me and sleeps all night. And that's kind of like a pro and a con, because it's like a pro obviously because I get to still sleep and sleep comfortable, like I'm not losing any sleep. But it's a con because throughout the day when I'm doing everything I need to do, is like he's kicking and kicking and kicking, it's like I have to like kind of relax because I can't do certain things when he's like kicking. Like when I was in class, like I'm so intrigued by his kicks, I can't even focus on like the teacher teaching or anything like that. Or I'm trying to cook and I just feel a kick and it's like, okay, let me sit down. Or like I just want to relax and watch Netflix and I feel a kick. So it's kind of a pro and a con for that. But I'm grateful that I get to sleep through the night and that I'm not getting woken up and with no aches or pains or anything like that. And another thing that a lot of pregnant women say, like, I pee every 5 minutes and I can't stop going to the bathroom. That's another thing that has not been an issue for me. I do notice that I go to the bathroom more because my son is literally on my bladder, literally. But every 5 minutes thing, like, no, like it's literally probably an extra 2 to 3 times a day than normally. It's nothing like every 5 seconds or like continuing. Maybe that might change in the 3rd trimester, I don't know. But as for like the 2nd, I didn't have any of those issues. Stretch marks, again, I didn't have any of those issues. A lot of people get them starting in like the 2nd, around like month 5, 20 weeks. They'll start to get like stretch marks or start to see changes of the skin and start to get like acne and like all types of stuff. That has not happened to me. So again, I'm grateful, and I've been having a pretty good pregnancy compared to other women. Overall, my experiences have been great, except for like that first trimester was like pretty much the only problematic part of the pregnancy. Everything else has been completely great. I feel great now. Another thing that's been happening in the 2nd trimester that a lot of women hasn't experienced, surprisingly, is leakage of the boobs. Like, I have milk literally coming out of my boobs at least once a week. It's not really a lot. Like, I'm not like gushing. It's like pum pum pum. But it's just like, if I have a gray shirt on, you're gonna see the wetness, like, for sure. And I don't want to, people have said to like cut some pads or like put some tissue there and stuff. So I have just been buying panty liners, cutting them in half and like putting them in my bras for when I go out, because when I'm home I kind of don't care. But if I'm out and about, excuse me, I don't want my nipples to be leaking. Like, that's embarrassing. My boobs have randomly start leaking. I'm guessing that's a positive thing because that means I'll have a great milk supply. At least I hope. Pray that I do, because I do plan to breastfeed. But yeah, some other good moments were my gender reveal, finding out that I had baby boy, and also I had a virtual shower because, you know, my actual baby shower did get canceled because of the corona pandemic. So, but I had a virtual shower and that turned out better than I could ever imagine. So like, so far, 1st and 2nd trimester has been good. I don't really have any like serious complaints, and things that I have been told from other women, like the negatives have not happened to me, and some of the positives that happened to me hasn't happened to them. So pregnancy just depends on you, on your body, on your person. So don't get scared from hearing someone else's story, because that may not be your story. Like, I was afraid, like, oh my God, I'm gonna have heartburn and my hair is gonna fall out and like all types of stuff like that. I'm gonna get stretch marks, and none of that happened. So it literally depends on you. Like, you are your own person. So with that being said, this is the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and follow me on all social medias. Links are down below in the description. Please like and comment. Like and comment, please, so I can communicate, so I can get involve with you, interact, and just so I can know that you are being entertained by my videos and that you like what you see. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.